Picture this for a second. It's 8:47 in the morning. You haven't even settled into your chair yet, and your CHRO walks over, coffee in hand, and says, "I need a headcount report by 10 a.m. Department breakdown, nationality breakdown, contract type, and flag any visa expiries in the next 90 days. Classic Monday. You open your laptop, and what you're staring at is the same Excel file every HR professional in the UAE knows too well. It's messy in all the familiar ways. Names spelled differently, job titles written 5 different ways, nationalities that don't match, blank fields, visa dates that are a mix of proper dates, text, and empty cells. I know that file. I've worked with that file my entire career. Every HR team has some version of it. Different names, same chaos. And you know exactly what normally happens next. You spend 2 hours cleaning it manually. You fix what you can, you miss a few inconsistencies, and you send the report at 10:12 instead of 10 o'clock. And even though it's just 12 minutes, you carry that slight defensiveness for the rest of the day because you know the delay wasn't the report, it was the data cleaning. Now here's where everything changes. We take that same messy spreadsheet, but this time we let AI do the heavy lifting. We clean the columns, standardize the labels, fix the formatting, and compare the messy version beside the cleaned version, so the difference is obvious at a glance. Suddenly the file looks like something you can actually report from, not something you want to hide in a folder called Fix Later. Then we move into the formulas. We use the same sheet to flag visa expiries, pull out the patterns that matter, and turn raw data into something your CHRO can make decisions from. And the best part? You didn't spend 2 hours doing it. You didn't even spend 1. Because here's the real shift. You don't need to become an Excel genius. You just need to know how to ask AI the right questions. That's it. You tell Copilot what you want, and it does the cleaning, the checking, the flagging, the summarizing, all the things that used to drain your morning. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. How to take that messy spreadsheet, extract the compliance flags, and have a clean, accurate, professional report ready in under 15 minutes. Not because you worked harder, but because you finally stopped doing the parts of HR that should have been automated years ago. This is the bonus module, AI plus Excel. And once you see what it can do, your Monday mornings will never look the same again. We will start from simple examples and learn in details gradually. Before we bring AI in, let me tell you something I have observed in over 20 years of HR. Every HR team runs their entire operation on 6 Excel files, 6, and they are the same 6 files in every company. The names change, the column order changes, the mess level varies, but the 6 files are always the same. The employee master sheet, your single source of truth for every person in the company. If this file is wrong, every other report is wrong. The leave tracker, who has taken leave, how many days remain, what is upcoming. In the UAE, this is not just an admin tool, it is a legal compliance document. The attendance sheet, timesheets, lateness, absence patterns, critical for WPS compliance and shift-based workforces, payroll inputs, what you send to finance every month. This is the file where one wrong number costs a real person real money. The recruitment tracker, all open roles, all candidates, all stages. In a fast-moving UAE company, this has hundreds of rows moving simultaneously. And the performance log, KPI ratings, probation evaluations, PIPs. The file that causes the most problems precisely because it is usually the least maintained. 6 files. Here is why they all end up messy. Multiple people touch them. Different people format dates differently. Job titles get abbreviated one week and spelled out the next. Names get typed in all caps because someone had caps lock on. Emirates IDs get skipped when someone is in a hurry. And then 3 months later, someone needs a report and nobody wants to own the chaos. So today, we fix that with AI for good. Imagine you're working with an employee master file, the same kind of file every HR professional in the UAE deals with, and you're trying to clean it, fix it, and make it ready for reporting. Here's what AI actually does for you in a way that makes sense, even if you're not technical. Number 1, AI cleans your data automatically. You don't have to scroll through hundreds of rows trying to spot mistakes. You simply upload the file and tell AI what to check. It finds the problems for you instantly. Number 2, it standardizes job titles. This is one of the biggest reasons HR reports go wrong. Think about how many ways one job title can appear. HR officer, HR officer HR, officer human resources officer, HRO FCR. 5 different entries, but it's the same role. Your pivot table treats them as 5 different job titles. Your headcount report becomes inaccurate. Your analytics become unreliable. But one AI prompt fixes all of it. You tell AI, map all variations of this job title to the approved standard title, and suddenly everything is consistent. Your reporting becomes accurate overnight. Number 3, it flags missing compliance data. This is where AI becomes a lifesaver for UAE HR. You upload your employee master and ask, show me every row with a missing or incomplete Emirates ID. 30 seconds later, AI gives you a clean, prioritized list. Missing Emirates IDs, incomplete Emirates IDs. Emirates IDs that don't start with 784. And in the UAE, this isn't just a data issue. This is a visa issue, a WPS issue, a MORI compliance issue. AI helps you catch these problems before they become penalties. Number 4, it creates data validation and drop-down lists. This is how you stop the same mistakes from happening again. You tell AI, create a drop-down list for approved job titles and lock the column. AI gives you the exact steps. Now nobody can type random variations anymore. Future entries stay clean, future reports stay accurate. This is how you fix the root cause, not just the symptoms. Number 5, and this is the most powerful one, AI writes Excel formulas from plain English. You don't need to know Excel formulas. You don't need to remember VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, AFERA, SUMIFS, or anything else. You just need to know what you want. You describe it in plain English. Calculate remaining leave balance. Flag anyone who worked more than 48 hours. Show me employees whose visa expires in 90 days. Calculate average performance rating. And AI writes the formula for you. This is the moment HR professionals realize it's not about being an Excel expert. It's about knowing what question to ask. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. How to turn your HR logic into AI instructions that Excel understands. Let me show a minor example of how does Copilot works in Excel. See the video on screen. Also, we have a disclaimer. When you're working in HR, privacy isn't optional. You're dealing with real people's data. Emirates IDs, visa dates, salaries, attendance logs, performance ratings. This is some of the most sensitive information in any organization. And that's exactly why, in this program, you'll see us demonstrate Copilot more often than Claude. But the same prompt will be used in Claude as well. You see it right Copilot icon, and due to privacy as per the UAE labour laws, we cannot show the employee data. However, see the basic command like tuning a column yellow, or you open Copilot and type, clean this sheet, standardize names, fix job titles, highlight missing Emirates IDs, flag visa expiries in the next 90 days, create a summary table, and Copilot does it. In seconds, not because you suddenly became an Excel genius, but because you finally have a tool that understands your spreadsheet the way you understand it. I want to leave you with the AI prompt library from your downloadable exercise file, 6 prompts, 1 for each of the 6 core HR Excel files we talked about at the start of this module. These are UAE specific. I have tested them. I use versions of them in my own work. You take these, you customize the column references to match your actual files, and you start using them tomorrow. Let me walk you through each one briefly. Then I want you to try at least one before you move to the next lesson. Let's understand how to use Employee Master prompt. Employee Master Sheet prompt tells AI to audit your Employee Master file, detect missing Emirates IDs, fix inconsistent name formatting, identify duplicate employee records, flag blank mandatory fields, standardize job titles, create a data quality status column, count issues by category. Those HR files that look simple until it isn't. Every month before payroll, HR teams scramble to figure out who has how much leave left, who's about to run out, and who's already used half their annual balance before we even hit July. And if you've ever done this manually, you know it's a mix of scrolling, calculating, recalculating, and hoping you didn't miss someone.
Let's see the prompt to use in Copilot for payroll. And now we will use this prompt live in Excel to correct the data.
Now you use this prompt before monthly payroll and after salary review when adding new.
Now let's move to Recruitment Tracker and try to use this prompt. I will show you what AI can do. Log as the place where all the real stories of your employees live, who's growing, who's struggling, and who's quietly becoming a star. But when you're looking at a sheet full of numbers, it's not always obvious what those stories are. See what this prompt can do with the live example.
Let me close with the one thing I want you to remember from this entire module. In 20 years of HR, I have watched the same pattern play out in every team I have worked with. The people who got stuck spent their time getting better at the technical work, learning more formulas, building more complex spreadsheets, becoming more efficient at the thing that was already taking too much time. The people who got ahead asked a different question. They stopped asking, "How do I do this?" and started asking, "What do I need to know?" And then they found the fastest possible way to get from that question to that answer. AI is the fastest possible way. It is not perfect. It needs your expertise to check its outputs. It needs your professional knowledge to ask the right questions. But it removes the technical barrier between you and the answer completely. You do not need to know how to write a VLOOKUP. You need to know that you want to match employee names in 2 lists. You do not need to know how to build a conditional formatting rule. You need to know that you want visa expiries within 60 days to turn red. You do not need to know how to calculate EOSB in Excel. You need to know that you must calculate it correctly under Federal Decree Law 33/2021. The technical execution, that is what AI is for. The rule, you do not need to know how to do it in Excel. You need to know what you need to know. Download your exercise file. Download your free prompt toolkit. Try one prompt today, and I will see you in the next module. We have different courses. If you wish to enroll, you can contact with our team. I hope this course was helpful.